year or the summer. How did that, feel for you? And then did you bring anything back from the FIBA play into your NBA games?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. For me, it was a passion project. Not knowing much about my roots growing up, and being able to be a part of the national team, immersing myself in the culture, meeting the guys teaching me patois, and just being around everybody was amazing for me. Helping them qualify for the first time in the team's and country's history was also a bonus. And then the response from me playing, I didn't expect that from just the Jamaican community, the Caribbean community. It's been amazing. The FIBA experience was definitely good for me, more physical during the play. Not the same as when you're looking for fouls and trying to get fouls and the ref's not calling it. But I thought it was good, just in prepping me for the season and just having a chance to play more live 5-on-5 basketball. Usually my summers are more training, individual, and then later in the summer we start playing 5-on-5. But being able to play full court for the full course of the summer, I think is going to be beneficial for me heading into the season.
Moving into the next chapter of your basketball career, going from the West Coast to LA to the East Coast and South Beach. How has life in Miami been for you so far as you get ready?
It's been wet, rainy, and I've been getting a lot of bug bites hanging outside. But it's been great. Just getting settled and everything. The organization has been top-notch, top-tier, and helping me and my family, with the move and just understanding where everything is at, making sure it's as seamless as possible, and then just understanding what it's going to take and what they're looking for me this year. But I've enjoyed it. Back on the East Coast, it's been a few years since playing in the Eastern Conference, but I'm excited about it.
Norm, I know it's your first year, first practice with your new team, but it seems like you're going to have a role in the leadership as well as the offense.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think also to your point about the national team being the leader there and the go-to guy that they're looking for, not only just on the court but just vocally, dropping nuggets of knowledge and game and mentoring them, teaching them the game. Same here. We got a young group. The energy and effort today was amazing, but talking to them about the details, different things that I see that I've learned throughout the course of my career, just helping us get ahead of the curve. So when October 22nd comes and it's ready to jump the ball up for real, we're all on the same page. We're all locked in on both sides of the ball.
Have they given you any insight into what your role might be this season, and what do you think your role should be this season?
Well, I'm not the coach, so I can't pick and choose, what he chooses as the role for me to play. But whatever that role is, I'm gonna play it.
Will it be tough if you have to transition from your starting role to maybe a different role, or?
No, like I said, whatever the role is, I'll play it.
Bam was saying yesterday, you probably think he's crazy because he's always on you. What's that relationship like, and how much has he kind of been on you into your work and into reach your football?
No, I don't think he's crazy. No, I just take it as like him wanting me to get better. Because obviously that's what it is. That's just him wanting the best for me. And so I just take his motivation. I try to get better myself.
How important is, I asked this question, but how important is it to you to start? Is that an important thing to you?
For me to start?
Yeah, for you to start.
To be honest, I just want to win.
Think of the new kid, Colgan, from FAU and Michigan. What do you see from him so far?
No, I like Vlad. He's a great guy. Got great touch around the rim. Reminds me of my touch. But yeah, no, he's definitely, he's physical in the paint, so he'll be a help to us for sure.
Bam was saying kind of in the end of season press conference last year that, the heights that you can reach are like winning even Defensive Player of the Year. Is that some kind of expectation that you see yourself getting as well?
No, of course. And I feel like that will come out, with me playing my best and, playing as hard as I can. So, everything was just fall in place, once I started doing that.
Can you talk about the specific areas maybe you worked on this summer to kind of get better at?
Everything.
Just in terms of the national expectations, it's not very high on Miami this year. What do you feel about this season? Are you surprised that people aren't expecting much from this team?
I feel like we got a good group. I feel like, we can go out there, compete, play heat basketball and, be able to come out the games with the wins.
Andrew, Coach was talking yesterday how if Wiggs is happy with his family, in his happy place, feeling like he's at home, he's a different player. And he spoke to us and he said, there were a couple times last year when your family came down, he could just see sort of an exhale and a joy back in the game. How tough was that, not being with your family, being on your own, and just having to hit the transition on the run?
My family definitely makes me a happier person. I love being around them, love having them at the game. And, just being here in Miami with my family has been, the perfect spot for us. So I'm loving it.
It seemed last year like you were still adjusting to the very end, not only game-wise and style-wise, but also just contentment-wise as a person. What was like that? What was that period like? And compare that to how you feel now with your first training camp here.
When I first got here, it was more so just trying to get situated. I'm in a new situation with new players, new coaches, new systems. So just trying to, find my spots and get situated within the team. And now, just getting a summer under my belt, being at the facility, almost every day, just being with the team, the coaches, just getting a chance to build up that chemistry and, be comfortable with, the team and what we got going on.
It seemed there was almost a point in the offseason your middle name was trade rumor. You were everywhere. What's it like for you to deal with that? You're trying to situate your family. You're trying to get comfortable in your new home. And I assume you go to the web or something and it's just nonstop. What was it like to compartmentalize that?
I don't really look too much on social media and everything like that. I kind of stay away from it, with all like trades and what's going on around the NBA and stuff like that. I'm more so just keep to myself, keep to my friends, and the things that keep me level-headed. And
did anyone here reach out to you to say, "Don't worry about it, it's not true," or do you know the business too well?
I feel like everybody around me knows. They know better. They know. If it happens, it happens. Nothing. Anyone telling me anything it's not going to change the fact if something happens. So I just go day by day and do my job and be happy doing it.
Andrew, you are 11 years into your NBA career. Many players can say that they have spent 10 or more years in the league. Many others can say that they haven't. How does it feel for you to be continuing to play in the league, continuing to play at a high level, especially when you're starting role?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Past a decade in the league. Just still trying to work on my craft and cherish the moments I have here because every year in the NBA is a blessing. New people come in, a lot of people go out. That's the system of it. So I'm happy to be here, and it's a blessing.
You've been around. What do you like about this team going into the season? Not a lot of national buzz about this sport, but what do you like about this?
I love the competitive nature, and I love the toughness. Not only from the players, from the coaching staff. Everyone's main goal is, to win. Do whatever it takes to win. Might not be a pretty win, but it's going to be gritty. We're going to get out of the mud, and every game is going to be a tough game. That's what I love about this organization.
With this group, what you saw out of them, what you see forthcoming?
Yeah, we were able to do a lot of work. Guys came in very good shape, and so we got after it. We need to put in the work right now to learn how we want to play, number one, but two, to start building that connection. And the best way to do it is to get out there and compete. So we got to it a little bit earlier than we typically do, but I think that this group needs it.
You often tell us when you have a veteran group hit the ground running. You've told us other times you have so many new guys, you have to start with the basics. This seems like very much of a mix.
It was a little bit different than in previous years when we say we hit the ground running. It was a lot with the drill work. Guys knew what we were doing. All right, we're doing this drill. They got right to their spots. Here we had to get up and running and playing and competing. I think we need to build that synergy as quickly as we can.
What have you seen from Jaime Hotez? Obviously, coming up from the last season, a little bit of an adjustment period. You mentioned getting a mental coach, kind of clear the head mentally as well. Just kind of talk about the work you've seen from him.
I'm pleased with the work that he put in this summer. He spent, we had such a long off season. He spent a good amount of time in Miami before the draft. And then he was able to take 6 weeks and just go to LA and get to work. And I think that really helped him just clear his mind and just get back to the joy of the game. He's going to work, he's going to grind. I'm not at all concerned about that, but I want him coming in fresh and going home and being able to set his own schedule. I think it was helpful. And then he came back in August and really prepared. He's in terrific shape. He's aggressive. We need that. And then it's a matter of putting it together, the decision making and knowing when to do what, which I've seen improvement.
There's some uncertainty that you would be ready, but what's the significance of today where obviously he was out there?
What he has is a superpower. I wish you could take some of that and just apply it to other players. And when I say superpower or superpowers, it's a level of grit, it's a level of fortitude, perseverance. However you want to describe it, he has no quit in him. He's just absolutely relentless with his approach every day. Does not get discouraged. I'm sure he does. He just never shows anybody. But that's an attitude. That's a mindset. That's allowed him to fast track the process. We want to be mindful of that. I don't want to fast track it. In terms of where he is right now, I want to keep making sure that he's progressing. These next few weeks. But we all love it because he inspires other guys. They see what he's doing. They see the toughness. And he was in the scrimmage. He's been playing 5-on-5 for a while, and you just saw winning play after winning play on both ends of the court.
He talked about how he had a moment where he wondered in terms of if this was the last time he was going to be on the court when he got hurt. And how the guys on the team and coaches and others kind of pulled him through that. How did you guys do it?
It was probably unnerving for him. We knew that we wanted to rehab him and get him back, and I communicated that as many times as I could. But of course, if you're in a player in that situation, your second injury, you probably have an eyebrow up saying, yeah, sure, you probably do like me, but it's a business. And he just stayed the course. I never sensed it. I'm sure he felt it. I'm sure he communicated it to his close circle. But to everyone else, he just has that, stick-to-itiveness where he's just going to keep on going every day. And, that's that fortitude you would love everybody have. That contract was well-earned, and we've had a lot more guys quit after being transitioned, or if you want to use a harsher word, cut. I think we've cut him or transitioned him a record amount of times, more than anybody else. I would say 95% of the players, even the ones that we want to invest in, and when we transition them or cut them, and then they say F you, we're like, no, we want to develop you, we want to stay with it, and they just say, no, I quit, I'll go to the next team. He just stayed with it and trusted the process, and here we are.
Erik, maybe not a lot of big national expectations from this team.
I know, why are you here? Do you live down here or something? Go back to New York. We're tired of all the New Yorkers moving down here. I'm dead serious.
How are you handling, maybe not that pressure, like the national expectations don't seem very...
I love coaching. I love doing what I do. I'm extremely grateful to be in a training camp, to work in this association, to work for this organization. I love it. I'm looking forward to starting it. Like, if you're in this business long enough, you understand there's going to be different chapters, there's different challenges. It felt natural to turn the page. It's a different team. It's a new path, and that can be invigorating. It was a really good off season for a lot of us, and we're just here getting to work, starting the process.
Powell was limited today. Is this a matter of, obviously you guys have time here, just being cautious?
Yeah, it was that last game that he played in. It was that collision he had, and it was a thigh contusion. He's been doing more and more each day. I don't have a timeline on it, but he's here. He's doing a bunch of work on the side. We'll just see how he's young, so I'm sure he'll heal fast.
Coach, it's exciting for us in this neck of the woods to see Vlad back on the court here. I know it's extremely early in his career, but have you seen stuff from him that maybe surprised you or that you expected, or what's your overall view?
Not necessarily a surprise this week. We know Dusty very well. I know Dusty, and I talked to him, so he said there's some things you can definitely count on. His size, his motor, his physicality. He does have some limitations. but he's committed to the process of development. We're open arms with him. We see that there could be a role he could carve out in this league based on how some things are changing. And he's committed to it, and we'll just have to see how he progresses. But he's delightful. He comes in every day, works hard as heck. He hits the crap out of our bigs, and then smiles with them afterwards. I'm sure it's special being back here. That was a magical team. We all watched it in South Florida. So I'm sure he probably knows where the lunch spots are after this.